Hello, good morning, welcome. Today I thought I would talk about how I got my visa because it recently came in the post. Recently being yesterday, sorry if it sounds weird or if you see my hand coming up here with my headphones because my mic on my phone was really weird, so I'm using my headphone mic because the other mic that I have is also being weird, so I've made a compromise to use the mic on my headphones. So I decided to start off this video in like a vlog style to give you guys a snippet of my life, kind of. So yeah, good morning. It's really late. It's 9 a.m. I should have been up like at least an hour ago. So yeah. This morning I have to do my cat's flea treatment because you have to do it every month. So today's the day. Okay, so that was fun, wasn't it, Gingy? If you look there, she's got a little wet patch behind her neck. That's where I put it. It was a bit of a struggle. That's why I didn't film it, because she really didn't like it, so I thought it'd be difficult to film. Also, I am gonna wear a hat it's almost autumn. It's essentially autumn. It's the end of August, so it's almost autumn. But I am gonna wear a hat because my hair is disgusting, and those hats over there, I don't want to wear them. I like this hat. It's nice. Hello, friend. Okay, so I think we're gonna have a haul this morning, but this is my bottle from yesterday. I need to wash it up first. So, I finally got to sit down and talk to you about how I ended up getting my visa. So, I've got my passport here. I can't really show you the inside because, yeah, but I have my visa in here, stuck on like on one of the pages. It's like a sticker. But I'm going to talk you through the whole process of getting the visa. So the first step was filling out an online application, which took me quite a while, and also I was really stressed when I was doing it because I only started filling out the online application about a month before I was actually meant to go to America. So I'm going to America next week. From the time of filming it, I'm going to America next week, so on the 6th of September I'm going to Venice Beach, like I said earlier, and I got this yesterday, and today is...
It's Thursday, August 30th.
Exactly. So I got this literally just over a week before I'm meant to be going to America. It's a Polish passport because I'm Polish. Yeah, the whole process was basically the online application, then I had to book my interview because I'm foreign. But I had to book my interview, and then because the London embassy interview was literally the day before I was meant to be leaving, the London one is on the 5th of September, so I went to Belfast instead, which I really enjoyed. If you follow my Instagram, you'll know all about that. I've got a little highlights thing, so if you're not following, follow in the link in the description below. I had like a really fun time. That was the first time I'd ever been in Belfast, the first time I'd ever been in Northern Ireland. Like, that was really cool, and the first time I'd ever travelled by myself, because every other time I've travelled it was with my parents, so that was really cool. So basically what happened was I was in Belfast for a day. I went to Belfast the day before, the morning before I was meant to have the interview, because my interview was 9 a.m. I booked it for 9 a.m. on the 24th, but I flew out on the 23rd. So I keep doing this. I fidget a lot, sorry. Yeah, so I flew out on the 23rd. I spent the whole day in Belfast because I arrived there around 9 a.m. and my I couldn't get into my hostel until 12. So I arrived in Belfast, dropped off my suitcase in the hostel. I took an Uber to the hostel from the airport, which in hindsight was a mistake because it was very expensive. It cost me about £30 for the Uber, whereas if I just took a train and a bus it would have cost me about £10, but I was really scared. I thought I was going to get lost, so that was, in my opinion, the safest option at the time. But now I know that if I do go again I will just take a train because I know the way and I know where my hostel is, which one I was staying at. So yeah, I really liked the hostel I stayed at. It was called the Global Village. So if you are ever in Belfast, I recommend it. It's very nice. The rooms are quite simple because it's just metal frame bunk beds, and there's a couple floors. There's toilets and bathrooms, like camping style toilets and bathrooms on the ground floor, and then there's two toilets and bathrooms, like individual ones where it's just a toilet and a shower inside one little room on the first floor. It's really cool. On all the walls in the corridors and like all the communal areas, it's all graffitied, and well, not graffitied but painted really cool, and it's just really cool. I mean, look it up, it's really nice. But I stayed there. I went exploring in the morning, so when I got there I dropped my luggage off, just took my bag and my wallet and my phone and my power bank, and went exploring, went looking for what Belfast is about. I had to buy a toothbrush as well because I forgot to buy a toothbrush. So I walked around, tried to find a place to print out. Where's my pictures? My pictures, which these aren't the pictures I had originally because I took some pictures on my phone and I was going to print them out on like a machine, like a photo machine, because there are photo machines that print out pictures off memory sticks and phones, but I got this. I ended up going to Boots in Belfast city centre and just printed this out again. This cost like £8. So regular ID pictures would have been £6, but because it's a US visa photo, it cost £8, which is okay. I had that money on me. I took a lot of extra money. But that day I just spent walking around, seeing where everything was. I had a McDonald's. In Belfast I had like just some chips, so like literally less than £1. But in Belfast they have this tomato dip, which is like, I think it was called like a rich tomato dip or something. But it's like tomato ketchup, but like with loads of herbs and spices in it, and it was really good. So, I mean, all other McDonald's should implement it if they don't have it already. I need to stop going off topic. Anyways, so after that I went back to the hostel, did a few, I had some pictures to edit, so I edited a few pictures, not for me, for my stepdad. I edited a few pictures, and then I went out again. I went to see the botanical gardens and I stayed there for basically the rest of the day because they're really beautiful, and I took tons and tons of pictures of all the roses. I think I've got a problem. I think I just love roses too much, but I took tons and tons of pictures of roses, and I'm going to need to post some of them on my Instagram. One of them is on my Instagram right now, and by the time this video goes up there should be at least one other picture of the roses on my Instagram. So go check it out. Also check out the highlights from Belfast. Then you'll see everything that I did in more detail. The actual process of getting my visa was really simple. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult because I guess it's just because it's a travel visa, a B1, B2 visa. But I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to get. So basically on the day that I was meant to be getting the visa, I left like an hour. So my appointment was at 9 AM, but I left at 8 AM. Because it was a 20 minutes, half an hour walk, so I wanted to be there early, like at least 20 minutes early if it took me longer if I got lost. So I had that time to get lost, which in Belfast I think 20 minutes to half an hour, like half an hour early is reasonable, because when I was there it wasn't busy at all. But if you're in London, I would suggest going a lot earlier, because London is the busy one. London is the one with the massive waiting list. London is the one which, like, if you're going to the London embassy, trust me, get there like an hour early, like, from what I've heard from other people. But basically when I got there, there was like a security booth where I had to go through one of those like scanner things, like in an airport, like the body scanners, I don't know what it's called, like an x-ray kind of thing, metal detector. I also had to leave all of my phone and my power bank in the security booth, so I wasn't allowed to take it in. So I was only allowed to take in my folder, which is now full of other things which aren't related to my appointment with my I was only allowed to take in my folder and my little bag with all my like little bits and bobs, like my there was actually nothing in my bag, to be honest, and my coat as well, because it was raining that day. It was raining really badly when I was there in the mornings. Like, it was raining terribly in the mornings, and then by the afternoon it was like sunny and beautiful on most of the time, and then in the very evening it got bad again. So yeah, so I went through, I had to follow like a path to get into the back office area waiting room. So I was in the waiting room, there were a couple of people there, there were like loads of chairs everywhere. I think there were only about enough spaces for about 30 people to be waiting in the waiting room altogether. So there was one window available, like booth thing, and there was a lady working. So when you sat down, when I sat down, there were still people taking their fingerprints. So when she called me up, I gave her my passport and my instruction sheet, which I don't have with me right now because they took it and kept it, and my photos. And then she gave me a number and told me to sit back down, and then I was waiting there. It felt like I was waiting there for at least an hour, but after the actual thing, it turned out I was only there for about an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. So it felt like I was waiting there for ages, like over an hour. And then she called me up again to take my fingerprints. She gave me back my picture. I had to put my fingers all together on like a scanner, and both hands, left hand first, then right hand, then both thumbs, and yeah, that was pretty cool. But she gave me back my pictures, she kept my passport. I told her that I was flying, so I needed like a cover letter, so they gave me a cover letter during my interview. So because I was flying with EasyJet, they could give me a cover letter to allow me to fly home, because I wasn't about to stay in Belfast for the next week for this visa. Like, I didn't have the money to stay in Belfast for the next week. I didn't have the time to spend the next week in Belfast, so I had to go home. So then I waited. It seemed like I waited for another like hour at least. It obviously wasn't, but it felt like I was waiting for at least another hour. And then I was called into like this little booth. So it was like the window before, but it was it had walls around it and a door, so like you could have a bit of privacy in there. For me, I was the only person that the guy called my name out, like the interviewer, because for everyone else he just called their number. He was like, oh, number 3, number 4. I was number 11, so he was the only person that called my name out when he called me. So I went into the booth, I closed the door. He was the only American person working there, because the other lady at the other booth, she was just Irish. But he asked me a couple questions. He asked me why I'm going to America, if my family lives do I have any family in America? I obviously said no, because I don't have any family in America. Do I have any family in the UK? I said yes, pretty much all my family's in the UK, because that's true. He asked me where my parents work, so I told them that one of my parents is a chef and the other one is essentially self-employed, which is true, and that was basically it. There were a couple more questions which I don't remember. I've kind of, my mind's kind of blanked out. I was really quite stressed. Like, I felt relaxed but also stressed at the same time, which doesn't really make sense now that I think about it, but it made sense at the time. And it was really, I went through waves. I was stressed and then kind of like, oh, it's fine, it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be alright. I'm trying to talk too fast. My brain is working too fast for my mouth to keep up. But I watched a video the night before of a guy who had his visa that year as well, this exact same visa, and he was saying how they didn't ask him for anything either, so I kind of had a bit more faith that it would be quite easy and okay, so I kept going into like these phases of stressed and relaxed, and yeah. But overall it was okay. In that room the guy gave me this little slip explaining how I am allowed to fly, and it's signed and it's got the little logo, and then on the other page there is a photocopy of my passport, which I can't really show. There's just a photocopy of my ID page on my passport, but when I was flying they didn't even end up looking at it, because I had my provisional license out, so I took my provisional license out with it just in case. My nose is itchy. So I just used that instead, and they accepted it. But yeah, after that the guy was like, here's your slip. He gave me this slip as well, explaining the visa process, and how it will be returned, how my passport and visa will be returned. and he was like, okay, your visa and your passport will be emailed to you within the next week. And I was like, okay, so is there anything else I need to do? He just gave me this slip and he was like, okay, just read this slip and it has all the information on it. So I just left, and it was way it seemed way too simple. Like, from what I thought it'd be much more difficult to do. And then surely enough, a week later, well, not even a week later, how long has it been? Like 6 days? So almost, like, it's been like 5 days. So it took 5 days for the visa to arrive, and I've got my visa now. I can't really show you the visa. It's a 10-year visa, so I can go to America anytime I want, as long as I have the money for it, for the next 10 years on a tourist visa. It's a tourist / business visa, so I have like if I have any business things to do in America, like, which I won't obviously, but if I did, I can just go. I can't really show you the visa because of like the codes and everything, but I think I can just do that. There you go. There it is. There's my face. I look really sad. I look like super tired as well, but you can't smile in the pictures, so you're just sat there like, you can't have any hats on or anything, so you have to have all your hair back out of your face and just sit there. I can't be serious right now with this. But yeah, so my visa arrived and now I'm going to America in a week, so that's awesome. I'm really excited. I'll be vlogging then, hopefully, and making videos on my trip to during the duration of my trip to America, because I want to try and start making videos more often because it seems fun. But I put these fairy lights on. It's like the morning. What time is it? It's 11 AM and I've got all these fairy lights on because I thought it'd look prettier. My picture fell down as well. It's very sad. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I'm pretty active on there, more than on my YouTube or my Twitter, but feel free to follow my Twitter as well. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and like this video if you liked it. Don't if you didn't, because that's a waste of your time. If you want to know when I post new videos, click that notification bell down there, and I hope you enjoyed. I don't really know what else to say. Goodbye.
Go, 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 go!